Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's April 20th game, pitting your Nantucket Whalers against the Nausett Warriors. Nausett comes in here just having dropped a close overtime decision to a traditionally powerful Barnstable team that defeated them handily early on. They also had a close game against Pope John Paul, so we'll see who shows up today. This should be by far Nantucket's toughest test this season, and that's not saying much, but it's supposed to be a good game. Austin Starr to take the face for the Whalers. Cam Bartlett and Victor Gabroni on the wings. Keegan Downey in the goal with Willett, McVicker, and Hickman in close. West, Harnischfeger, and O'Keefe at attack. Senior laden team, folks. That's Austin loses the initial draw, but Victor manages to flip it over to Bartlett. Alert play by Cam. Looks as though Nausett's in a man-to-man. Nope. Nausett may be in his own defense. Let's see. Nantucket's seen a lot of zone this year. Apparently they're trying to shut off Terrain Burton with a short stick. I'm not sure that's going to work unless this kid's really quick. Spencer West carries for the Whalers. The senior attackman, he's going to shoot lefty. Nice take, Spencer. But nobody backed it up. Mental misplay by Sam O'Keefe there. You got to back that shot up. Nantucket will ride the clear here, see if they can get a turnover. Misplay by Nausett. Nice play, Victor. The Nantucket seniors just returned from a trip to Canada, so they're a little sluggish in practice, I heard. So
what was going on up there?
I guess it was just a senior trip. Gambroni chases. Cuts him off. Nice play, Victor. A nice play there by Joel McVicker. Up to Burton. He'll run right by this kid. I'd love to know what he runs a 40 in. That's nice take. You know, that's really the first time this year I've really seen Terrain kind of impose himself on the play a little bit, and that's maybe what he's going to have to do more of today. He's been really unselfish this year, really been spreading the ball around, but I think he showed his athleticism right there. So that's Terrain Burton unassisted.
So why would he come out?
The face-off team is in right now, and he's not on the face-off team. They'll put in a long stick.
Oh, I got you. And so that I did not even know that. So they use a face-off team and then replace?
Yeah. And not all teams do that at the high school level, but these days almost everybody does. And they also have James Culkins in on the face-off team. Probably want to keep those middies fresh. Bartlett up with another ground ball, his third today. He's going to go to the goal, folks. Nice look.
Ooh.
Nice take. Austin Starr with a good shot. Whalers look pretty sharp. In the warm-ups, Nausett looks pretty athletic, but they seem to be mishandling some passes in warm-ups. Number 12 looks like to be their best player at attack. Strong right-handed shooter. Number 5's a lefty. I don't have a roster for them, folks. Sorry, but
Dick is away. We just want to let folks know.
Looks like they're going to set up a little dodge here. I think this kid is a lefty. It's like he's trying to set up a lefty dodge for Austin. They don't look particularly confident moving the ball around. This guy, number 12 and number 2, I think are probably their best players. They have to cover up with the crease, James Culkins. Nice play, Nantucket.
Oh,
I don't know.
In the back, or?
I didn't think he got him in the back, but it doesn't matter what I think. Okay, this is their best player here, 12 and 2. They're calling a play Viper, whatever that means. See if they're a play-driven team or they just run in patterns. Nantucket is a pattern-driven team, as are most good lacrosse teams. In other words, They only use plays, set scripted plays in certain situations, like near the end of a quarter. But for the most part, they'll get into a pattern and just play lacrosse and get the ball moving. Sometimes teams that are a little less sure of themselves will run specific plays time and again, and that looks like that's what Nausett is setting up here. They're setting up a righty dodge with 22. Cam Bartlett's having none of it, though. Nice play. I thought 5 was the lefty, but maybe not. Being covered by Austin Starr. Got to shut the middle off. Good defense by Nantucket. Mishandle there.
Luke, you're on crease. Jack, you're on wing. Hey, we're Viper.
It looks like Nausett's just looking to rotate the ball to righties for an outside shot or a dodge on that right-handed dodging side. Gambaroni with it. He's going to run it across. Being covered with a long stick. He's got him beat. Nice shot by Ty Harnisfeger. Talking to Coach Aloisi before the game, he mentioned that because Nausett plays on artificial surface, Nantucket's probably going to bounce the ball a lot today, as the goalie won't be accustomed to seeing those erratic bounces, having played on the artificial surface all season. The bounce shot, which was once a staple in lacrosse, has kind of gone the way of the dodo because of artificial surfaces. James Culkin still in there on this midfield line. Terrain dodges, dumps in. Nice take. O'Keefe with the ball. Gets to the corner. To Harnisfeger. Looks to shoot, then thinks better of it. Carries it righty. James Culkin's to his left. Gambaroni to his right. Gives it to Gambaroni, the lefty. Looks like he's going to try to dodge this pole. Culkin sets a pick. Gambaroni comes off lefty and shoots.
Big save, nice.
Yeah, he could have put that ball in a better spot, but that was a nice idea, Victor. Good pick. Culkin set a very nice pick that time. It's great to see Nantucket playing more.
There's that mistake you were mentioning.
You know, three or four of those, in a quarter, and that could be the difference. Here comes. Austin tries to advance it, gets it checked away. Spencer West on the ride. Nausett brings it on with a short stick. He'll try to run it out. Nice play, Spencer. Good job. Turn it back.
No, very good.
Nausett's got to start thinking about time here.
That's right.
Terrain's going to catch him. Once again, Nausett's going to carry lefty and try to. Nice move.
Wow.
Nice move. So we know now that number 2 is a strong lefty. That was just a little bit of, lapse in footwork on the part of Nantucket. Got to stay upfield if your opponent as he comes around that corner.
And we have not seen an opponent like this, like you mentioned.
No, I'm not even close.
No. So that makes it 1-1 first period with 5:51 left in the period.
Now, this is a Nausett team that defeated us once last year, a game in which we apparently didn't play very well. But no, there's no mistake in the fact that they've got some athletes, and they have 7 or 8, 10 guys on the bench. Austin moves. He moved before the whistle. I should know this. In the college game, if you have 3 illegal procedures on face-offs in a half, it starts to be a 30-second penalty from there on out. But I'm not sure that rule's enforced at the high school level. It doesn't happen very often anyway. Victor Gambaroni aggressive there. Feet inside, mishandled.
Almost
Once again,
would have been a good shot.
Another turnover. Nice ball by Ty. He's got some room. The Whalers have numbers if they push it. That probably would have been a good time to settle. Easy to say now, but they really didn't have a clear numbers advantage after the first couple seconds. Nice ride there by Victor. The Nantucket ride's really improved this year. I think a lot of it's Victor Gambaroni has really brought an aggressive attitude to the midfield, And he's a heady player, too. Last couple seasons, Nantucket, in spite of their athleticism, has run into crowds a lot in the midfield offense. And this year, they've been a lot better about that. Durang goes through. Ed bounces one in. Durang Burton on assistant.
There we go, another.
Once again, we mentioned bounce shots. If you bounce a ball, depending on what artificial surface you're playing on, some of these surfaces are so soft that the ball just dies if you bounce it. But on this hard dirt field, it comes up, it's a very erratic bounce, hard to read. Yeah, I think if Nantucket, they should now start to identify Nausett's key players. I think 12, 2, and 5 are standing out. If they could just mark up on those guys, stay ahead of their strong hand, 2 on his left-hand side.
They seem prepared, though.
Yeah. No, I'm sure these guys have undoubtedly scouted Nantucket. You know.
Well, they watch all the videos.
So they watch all the videos, and they've probably gone to a couple of Nantuckets.
How many videos do we get to watch from other teams?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, there are some.
There are some.
But there's also...
We don't see many of them, though.
You know, and also, you know,
we're over there.
The TV copy, even though it's really fun to watch, sometimes it's hard to get too much scouting off of it because it's tough to see the spacing as you would if you were there in person. You know, similar to the NFL where, you know, the coaches in the NFL have a coaching tape that's totally different than the TV feed.
And we'll do 1, 2, 3, family.
Coach Marsh Chambers having a word with Ty Harnisfigger, probably talking about turning the corner. So 2-1 Whalers with 4:44 remaining in this first period. So we're 2/3 of the way through the first quarter, 2-1. Nantucket's had a shooting advantage. I'd say probably taken twice as many shots as Nausett. Ground balls are about even. Nausett has many more unforced turnovers than does Nantucket. Nice check. Wow. Unmanned him, as we used to say. Nice pickup by McVicker. Good idea, Joel. That's a real good idea. That's an experienced play. A lot of times you'll see a pull in that situation, try to go to the goal or throw it away. Nantucket needs a possession here.
Hey, look! One more!
Nice. Oh, nice idea. Real nice idea. And that's...
Good job, Hunter. Victor, great job!
That was.
13! Hey, what up, Vic? Hey, Ryan!
Hunter McKechner made a real nice play that time. Nice take. Nice take. That's the best save that kid's made so far. It might have gotten the pipe. I'm not sure, Gino, but that was a good shot. Harnisfigger brings it on. Hunter's out there along with Ty. Ty takes some contact. Interesting strategy here. You see the Nantucket coaches are subbing one of their reserve middies on that first midfield line. Nice look. Nice play. Oh! Austin Starr on a nice righty drive and feed by Spencer West, senior to senior. That's a real nice play. Makes it 3-1 Nantucket. 3:33 left. Tell you, Hunter McKechner, James Calkins have been playing real well so far today, and that's going to be so key, folks, in the playoffs. On a warm day, you've got to have a second midfield line. There's been some talk of giving Bartlett a short stick at times, and if these guys could come around, that might not be necessary, and that'd be a big advantage to Nantucket because he's a real help as a long stick midi. Starr to face off again. Bartlett and Burton on the wings. Once again, they're rotating that short stick wing player to keep people fresh.
Let's go!
Looks like Austin has the clamp. Who's going to push it out? Out to Burton's side. Austin's on it. Box him out, Austin. There you go. Good job. Good job. Real nice play. Burton up with it. Boy, this kid's an athlete. See you later, Gator.
He's really fast and really good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So there's his hat trick.
Yeah.
That makes it 4-1 with 3:10 left in the first period.
You know,
Wow.
I got to say, I'm really impressed with Terrain. You know, Terrain could have been scoring 7 or 8 goals a game all year, but he's been totally unselfish, gotten his teammates involved. And today, when he knows he's got to maybe shoulder a little more against a more athletic team, he's got 3 goals in the first quarter. Gambroni on that wing now. Out to Bartlett. He's on it. Bartlett with a nice ground ball. Nice game. Nice pickup by Gambroni. Nice play, Victor. You know, I haven't seen him play lacrosse since his freshman year when he was a goalie. Coach Alavisi calls a timeout. Very nice call, Coach. You know, this is the kind of timeout where if you can get a goal before the end of the first quarter and make it a 5-1 cushion, that has a psychological effect. In lacrosse, you know, a 2, 3, 4 goal cushion, you kind of just say, hey guys, make the next play. It gets to 5 and more, and people start to think. Ref's doing a stick check. Looks like we're okay. For those of you who don't know, the sticks have to be, the ball has to come out when the stick is turned past the vertical. Mm-hmm. If it gets stuck in there, an illegal pocket is a 3-minute non-releasable. Or is it the other way around? I think it's still a 3-minute non-releasable, and too short of a stick is as well. So you know.
Non-releasable meaning if you do score, you can keep.
Yeah, you serve the whole penalty. You serve the whole penalty.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that. I know it probably sounds.
Going here?
People are probably saying I should know all these rules, but the truth is, at the high school level, these rules change so often. I remember one time in our first year I was coaching, we had Anthony Coletti playing defense, and we were in a real tight game with Westwood High School. It was a night game. It was a great game. We ended up winning it, but at a crucial time, there was a referee whose name escapes me. Oh, no, I can't remember his name, but we used to call him the Mummy, or the Relic, because he was about 80 years old. and he didn't know, I think it was Frank Manning. Anyway, he didn't know, real nice guy, but he couldn't get up and down the field too well. And he called Anthony for an illegal stick, and he didn't know the rule about how long the stick was supposed to be. Chris Perry was in the stands that night, and he ran up to his truck and got a tape measure and a rule book, and explained it to the ref, overturned the call, and we ended up winning the game by 1 goal. Yeah.
Thank God for Chris Perry once again.
That was
guy
I'll never forget that. For 4-1, and this is about the same kind of advantage we had against a couple of the weaker teams. This is a much stronger team, however. Gambroni carries it right, the natural lefty carries it right. They're looking for a pattern there. They're just going to get the ball moving, see who's got a matchup. I think, in spite of the fact that number 8 is a long stick, I think Gambroni can probably run by him. 8 versus 8. Spencer West. They're in a man-to-man defense. They're playing pretty aggressively. Nausett's always been known for aggressive defense play. Nausett's always been kind of borderline, you know, I don't want to say dirty, but they've been a very physical team over the years. Okay, they're going to slide early to Terrain here. Here he comes. Oh, they're not going to slide to him. That's a surprise. The coaches will probably make note of that. Talk about it at the end of the quarter. Spencer against a taller player. Almost turns the corner on. Nice play, Spence. Looks like he can inside roll this kid. That's a push. That's got to be a push at the crease. Yeah, good call. Good call, sir. You know, that's one advantage of being a little less, little less tall as an attackman is some of these big, tall defensemen will ride up on your back and hit you in the back of the head, and you can draw a penalty that way.
Which kind of just happened.
Yeah, well, it happens a lot. Nantucket up with a 6-on-5 advantage here. They'll run their extra man offense now. They've been running a 3-3 from the edge. Here it comes. Todd was open. Todd was open for an instant there. Nice look.
There you go.
Nice look.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep. Got him ball watching. That was was that terrain?
No.
That was was terrain on the assist. Thank you. Terrain to Spencer. Yeah, I think that time they Nausett was shading towards that right-hand side because they thought Nantucket was going to bump it down low, and they're staring at the ball, and they just threw a diagonal pass to a wide-open Spencer West on the backside. You see that a lot. Austin with the clamp. See if he wins it again. He gets it out to himself. Nice play. He's having a heck of a year. He's really looks much more comfortable on offense than he has even last year. When he was a freshman and sophomore, he was pretty unsure of himself offensively, but this year he's really come into his own, and he's always been good on faceoffs and on defense. Nice look. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, what a shot that was.
Sam O'Keefe to Ty Harnischweger. A lot of times in lacrosse, Gino, we'll talk about getting to the 5-5 or 6-6, and what that means is the attackman carries the ball to above the goal line extended to the area that's 5 yards up or 5 yards out or 6 yards out. And that's kind of a sweet spot for drawing a slide and getting the ball to your open man. And that time, Ty was right in the corner of that 5-by-5. Nice bounce shot right in the corner.
6-1, less than a minute left.
Boy, this is
in the first period.
A lot's happened in the last 2 minutes of this quarter. If Nantucket could get another goal here. The ref inadvertently blew the whistle there, and he apologized to Coach Aloisi. That should have been a play on. Nausett was playing with the Nausett player dropped his stick and contacted a Nantucket man. You cannot contact a player without the stick in your hand. And you cannot contact a player with one hand off your stick.
With one hand.
Off your stick. Oh, terrain with a take with 40 seconds left. Good idea. Nausett's got to start feeling some pressure now because, you know.
There we go.
Up with it. Right away. 24 seconds left. There's time. They should. Oh, Nat. Boy, that really. Oh. "11 seconds. Nice play. Boy, they have had so many turnovers today. Some of them forced, some of them not. That's going to be it. Don't foul him, Spencer. Don't talk to him. Just walk away from it.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Nantucket 6, Nausett 1.
Okay, start of the second quarter with Nantucket holding a 6-1 advantage against a pretty strong Nausett team. See if Nantucket can continue to press it, build on this a little more. Victor Gambaroni, lanky senior, dodges lefty, take and scores. That's the way you want to start.
Wow, that was amazing.
That's the way you want to start the second quarter, guys.
He should have saved that one though.
Well, you know what?
Right?
They say, you know, the first couple of minutes in each quarter and the last couple of minutes are oftentimes so important. You know, Nausett's got their head hanging a little bit after that first quarter. We come out, score one right away, you know, against their first group. That stings.
And we do want to say hello to the folks in Nausett because you know they'll be watching this one.
Yeah, this is an athletic-looking Nausett team, I'll tell you. 2 and 12, I was watching them in warm-ups. 12's got a real hard outside ready shot. 2's a good lefty carrier. You know, they're big athletic kids. First time we've really seen that this year. Then Nausett pops it out. Up with it. Being double teamed here by Starr and Culkins. Now Nausett manages to get out of trouble, but they've got to get it in the box, and they do.
Oh, what a steal that was!
Woohoo! Come on, nice play there. Nice play there by O'Keefe. Good hustle. And Harnischweger atones for his mishandle by picking the ball up top to Culkins. Looks inside. To Starr. Mishandles it, but pops it out to Spencer. Nantucket's Coach Gamble's got these guys really feeding the inside so well. That's close. Nice takeaway check by 11 there. See if we can get it back. Into the crease to the keeper. 4 seconds. Oh, he's out. He barely got out that time.
Oh, I see. He's got.
He's got to get out of that crease in 4 seconds.
I see.
Not like the girls where they can stay in as long as they want. Nausett with a clear. These guys can stick handle. Number 12 is a strong righty. Up to 5. Another mishandles. It's going to go out of bounds. Nice play, nice play, Terrain. Nice play, Nantucket. Terrain. Real hard shot. But it didn't right in goalie stick, but still, nice take. Teams are running up and down the field now. This is where a little bit of depth comes into play. 5 trying to take Terrain to the goal. You're not going to make a living doing that. Nice play. Nice play, Terrain. Here we go, fast break. This is a 6-on-4 break, folks. They got numbers here. Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
You don't see many 6-on-4 breaks. That you know, if we handle the ball there, that's a goal.
Ready.
I misspoke. I said 6-on-4. It was a 5-on-3 break. And you don't see many of those. When you have 5 players to their 3, you should get a good shot. Failure to advance come into play here.
They got to get it into that first box.
Yeah. Cam Willett probably should have been a little tighter on that guy. That's the kind of thing you got to clean up before the playoffs. Hunter McKechnie playing defense here. Nausett goes into their rotation offense. They're going to move the ball around, try to set up somebody on the wing for a shot. That's pretty much what they've done every time. You hear Nantucket talking about who's hot. That means who's going to be the slide if one of Nantucket's players gets beat.
Nice save. Big save.
He can track that all the way. He was on the ground the whole time. Makes it a little easier than it looks. But that was a hard shot. Up the field. You know, I really like the way this team gets everybody involved. Even though Hunter's not one of the featured players, they don't hesitate to get him involved. Nice play to James Calkins, another reserve. Gambroni up with it. So now Nantucket has 2 of their reserve middies out there. This is really great to see, especially against the quality competition. That'll really pay dividends in the playoffs. Hardersfager's got a short stick on him. You might think about taking him to the goal. Sam O'Keefe mishandles and then misses the ground ball afterwards. See if he can atone for it here. No, he's going to call that a push. That'll be Nausett ball.
Okay, so we're in the second period. 7:42 left. Whalers 7, Nausett 1.
Nausett on the clear. Another mishandle. Nice play. Nice physical. Nice.
There we go. Oh, what a play!
That was a great idea.
That was.
That's going to be a white ball if it goes out, which is not gonna. Oh, Nausett overran it. So Nantucket's made a lot of really heady plays.
Oh yeah, he can't grab the guy's head like that. He's frustrated.
And now
that's frustration.
That's exactly right, Gino. That's exactly right. You know, these big, strong Nausett kids are watching guys like Spencer and James Calkins and Ty, Sam O'Keefe, you know, run around them, move the ball faster than they're rotating.
What kind of a penalty do you think he's going to get?
I think probably just unnecessary. We'll hear. Cross-check.
2 minutes. Locked in.
Oh, wow. He got him for a double foul. So Nantucket's going to be up 1 man for 1 minute.
Locked in.
Yeah. Nantucket's going to be up 2 men from. Nantucket's going to be up 2 men for 1 minute, and then 1 man for 1 minute locked in.
I see.
So they should probably be able to get something out of this. Now wait a minute.
I thought it was just 2 minutes locked in.
It's 2 minutes. There were 2 fouls. There was a cross check, a 1 minute foul locked in.
I see.
And then a dumb sportsmanlike conduct, 2 minute locked in.
All right. So what?
So
What are they going to say?
they have to be down 2 men. but they're not.
Hey, go!
The 2-minute penalty should be enforced right away, as should the 1 minute. I don't understand this.
Hey, wide!
These penalties are locked in, so if Nantucket scores, they're still up. You know what? They must have said the penalties are going to be served consecutively, so maybe they're up 1 man for 3 minutes, which is something new. That must be what it is. One more. They're playing aggressively on the ball for man down. Nice look.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Gosh,
Just missed shot it.
they gave the ball to White, I believe, which that was close. Ty almost missed that backup, and that you do not want to miss a backup when you're 2 men up. Over to Spencer. One more. You know, when you're 2 men up, just one cradle and move it. One cradle and move it right away. Don't hold on to the ball. One more. Oh, he's got. Ooh. Nice play, Victor. Very nice play. Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's how you do it. That's number 4.
Well, that's not the way you drop your extra man play, but we'll take it.
Wow.
Terrain's 4th goal of the day. All, I believe, unassisted. It's an old expression, Gino. Big-time players make big-time plays.
He made a big-time play there, and it was almost an angry shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was getting hit pretty hard there, and he said, you know what? Why don't we just settle this now?
You know, certain players have a really nice compact shooting stroke, and Terrain's one of those guys. And I think they might have gotten them for a little unnecessary against Terrain there.
Oh, wow.
Now, is Spence coming out for a penalty? I hope not.
Who?
Looks like they got Spencer.
Spencer on unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, this is not the first time he's been called for that. And Spencer, if you're watching, you do that in the playoffs, it's going to be a real bad situation. So let's cool it. Spencer's having a great year, but that's the kind of thing.
Well, he's a tough kid, so let him play tough.
Well,
too,
you can breathe a little life back into a team by getting that type of penalty. Now, both teams are down a man, so making this face-off key. Bartlett being real aggressive with his long stick. That's
there you go.
another key unforced turnover by Nausett. Robert Hickman to bring the ball on. I was just thinking the other day, kind of funny. Robert Hickman's dad helped us in 1999. We had a sophomore defender by the name of Anthony Coletti, and Hickman really reminds me of Anthony Coletti, just in his size and the way he carries the ball, his gait, and the same kind of player. And Anthony went on to be the captain at Bentley College and a 4-year starter. So maybe Robert could follow in those footsteps too.
Here we go again.
Up with the ball. He's being double teamed with long sticks. Somebody's got to be open. There's a flag down. Nausett, we mentioned before, can be borderline a little chippy, and they kind of have that history. And now I think this is their 4th penalty in the last 3 minutes. Not what you want to do when you're down 7 goals. 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Not even anymore. Boxing one. Boxing one.
Nice save.
Yeah, very nice.
Flag down. So ball will go to Nantucket. See if they get him for. These officials are doing these officials are doing a really good job today. I think this is probably the most well-balanced officiating team we've seen so far. And it's a real problem in this part of the state. There just aren't enough qualified officials, and some days are a lot better than others. And these guys, I think so far, knock wood, are doing a good job. And Nausett's not helping themselves. I mean, they've had 2 or 3 stupid penalties. You know, slashes, I used to say as a coach, and I was a defenseman myself, slashes are never good penalties because it rarely prevents a goal. And it, you know, rarely dislodges the ball. It just gets you in the penalty box. You know, pushes, on the other hand, and holds can be good fouls because they prevent a goal, and it's only a 30-second penalty. You know, if you drag a guy down from behind or push him down from behind and he's about to score, you save a goal, that's not a bad idea. As long as you don't do it too hard, get an unnecessary. Nice.
Oh, gosh.
Ty Harder's finger goes.
Caught him off guard. He was
sure
not
did.
expecting that.
Ty faked a little pass. The goalie rotated his head, and Ty got him 5-hole, which means between the legs, right between his ankles. 9-1 Whalers. Nausett calls a timeout.
4 minutes left in the first half.
See if we can hear what the Nausett coach has to say. You know, Gino, a big factor here today, and I gave him a star last week, was Austin Starr. I mean, our face-off team in general has just been really solid all year. It's such an important part of this sport. You know, you keep doing make it, take it, winning those face-offs after scores. It puts a lot of pressure on the other team, especially when you're down 8 goals.
Right. And I thought we were going to have some big rain today, too, so we're pretty lucky right now.
Yeah. Don't speak too soon.
Is that still coming in?
I'm not really sure.
Maybe we've missed it.
I had a lot of tour people this morning before I came out here, and
how's that going?
it's going great. I
You
love
do tours out in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I love doing it. It's kind of, you know, I think it's funny. I think having coached for so long, I think it really helps me with the tours. I've just gotten used to speaking.
So what do you show? I mean, what do you tour? What do you show?
We walk kind of counterclockwise through the village. We talk about the architectural history, the cultural history, the social history. We talk about the Actors Colony.
Oh, boy.
The various restaurants, the various actors and actresses. You know.
Is it a lot different than downtown, would you say?
I mean, Wisconsin is unique in that it was really the nation's, well, for one thing, it was you know, a Native American fishing ground going back 5,000 years. And then it was really the nation's first beach town because really early on, families would go out there for the summer from Nantucket town to get away from all the pollution and whatnot.
Pollution?
Oh, the oil industry.
Oh,
you know.
that's true. You're right. The whaling.
Think about that.
Sure.
What it was like down there. Also, there was obviously no sewer system.
Right.
You know.
Speaking of which, I was just in Thailand, in Phuket, and I am telling you, man, you've never seen so many people in one little town. Sewage smell everywhere. You couldn't escape it.
You know, that's what it used to be like in every city. Okay, Nausett up with it briefly, but once again, Austin's up with it. Nice play, Austin. I'll tell you, nice play to pull that stick. Move it along. There, great play, Star.
There we go.
Oh, Spencer had him, and but goalie did a good job of matching his stick. Nice play. Oh, nice play, Hickman. Good job.
Hey, what up, Robbie?
I know his dad, Bobby, would be happy to see that, former football coach. Mishandled by Austin. See if we can get it up. Once again, there's 5 or 6.
It's getting chippy. It's getting chippy. You can feel the little frustration on Nausett. There.
What's the call there? I don't think I saw that, but anyway.
Yeah,
he might.
You can feel it now.
What Terrain might have taken one hand off his stick when he hit the guy.
Did you tell us what what their record is, Nausett?
I did not ask their coach. I should have. I know that they had a 1-goal loss to Barnstable, which is typically a pretty good program. Although they're not. I don't think Barnstable's maybe what they were back in the day with Greg Clements. He had some great teams there. He's a really good coach, and then before that, Jim O'Donnell had some great teams 20 years ago. There was some really good, nice play.
Gosh.
Picked off by Bartlett. You know, that was a good play by Bartlett, but to tell you the truth, that kid really telegraphed that pass.
What a nice little pass. Look at this.
Way to move it along. Pick it up. They get Nausett for contact more than 5 yards away from the ball. It'll be white ball. Technical foul with 2:47 left. You might see Nantucket coaches call a timeout pretty soon. They have one in their pocket if they want to use it. They're going to set Terrain's up on the lefty Dodge side. But he goes to his right. Nice play.
Oh, man. Number 5.
He's just too quick. He's just too quick. You know, sometimes when a player is playing that well, if you're a defender, you get it in your head that you just can't stop him, and then you become your own worst enemy.
Right.
If they would just talk to one another and slide early to terrain before he got in that shooting range, that's the way to defend that, but they're not. The other thing is, you know, Nantucket, even though most of the teams they played so far this year, in fact, pretty much all of them have played zone. And to me, when you're facing a team that's a midi-initiating team primarily, it's a good idea to play some zone up top. Austin starting to take the face again. Oh, I'm sorry, Isaac Corbett. Isaac Corbett's in there. I stand corrected. Oh, nice play by Bartlett.
Oh!
Nausett
Got some hockey experience there.
Well, that's a real good play in lacrosse. One of the advantages of having a long stick is you have that extra length to goose the ball to yourself. 2 minutes left. A 10-1 advantage for Nantucket.
And another turnover that's just unforced.
It was funny, but watching them warm up, watching these guys warm up, you know, I saw some really hard shooters, some good stick handlers, but every third or fourth pass during warm-ups they threw away.
Yep.
And it's continued during the game. Mishandled. Here's a chance for Nausett. Head away, Joel. McVicker with a takeaway check right in front of the crease. Tell you one thing that's really changed in lacrosse is that the defensemen handle the ball so much better than they did back when I was playing. I mean, you know, and it's because of stick technology. I mean, stick technology in general has changed lacrosse. These days, these sticks are so advanced; they're easy to break in. If you break your favorite stick, you can just get another one that's just like it in a matter of a couple of days or less. Doesn't take long to break in. The coach is better watch his mouth because he just took the name of the Lord in vain the day before Easter. We don't like to see that, and that's a penalty if the ref hears it. A minute 10 left. Nantucket gets it. Looks like them to call a timeout. Nantucket will almost certainly call a timeout here if this penalty's on Nausett, which I think it is. Yeah. What do you get him for? Illegal body check, 1 minute. I'm glad that wasn't an unsportsmanlike. I think their coach might have had a stroke. He's getting a little wound up over there.
Well, you can't blame him.
I can't blame him. I mean, they must have. We're not keeping track today. Dick's not here, so we have our statistician up here who's helping us out a great deal, but we're not able to keep track of unforced turnovers. But they've got to have 7 or 8 at least. You know, usually if you have 3, it's bad. Nantucket an extra man looking for the rotation play. Oh,
hits the post.
Nice take by O'Keefe, lefty. Sam's a natural right-hander, but like a lot of athletes who play hockey and lacrosse, he plays really well with his left. It's young players and
40 seconds left in the first half.
Here's a take here. Oh, hit the outside of the net. At this point in the game, Nantucket almost has the luxury of thinking just play good defense because, you know, Nausett's going to be hard pressed to score 9 unanswered goals in the second half.
Right.
You know, as we've been saying all against these weaker teams we've been playing, Nantucket just gets so many more people involved. 20 seconds left. Nantucket is still extra, I believe. Yep, here's Victor. Oh! That was a nice idea, Victor. Nice idea. That's a nice, unselfish play. 8 seconds.
Oh, nice little try.
Okay, folks, that's halftime with Nantucket holding a commanding and somewhat surprising 10-1 lead over the Nausett Warriors.